Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here. If you are new here, my name is Sydney Tanner. I am a Catholic lifestyle vlogger. We cover all things business, faith, holistic, all the things, and I'm really excited to have you here regardless of your faith upbringing, whether you are Catholic, Protestant, Baptist, non-denominational, whether you're like not even into your faith, like you are in the right place. Okay, first things first, I thought I would do a little fit check. Some girls, when they work pop-up events, just like super cutie. I just cute, but my main thing is comfort, especially today because the pop-up is 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., which is a super long pop-up. Usually pop-ups are like 4 hours. So this is a really long one, so I packed food, everything. So here's the little fit. Okay, so here's the fit. You can see very much comfy, cute. So let's run through my setup routine that I usually do for pop-ups. So step number one is put the tablecloth down. I always like to make sure I pull it down so you can't see the legs of the table in the front, or preferably the sides as well. Step number two is adding your displays, the displays that highlight your product and make your table look elevated. Really think of height and depth here. This is something I've been trying to improve, is the height, because that's what makes things look more elevated and stand out. So my favorite places to shop displays are Amazon, Temu, the thrift store, Facebook Marketplace, or Hobby Lobby. Obviously there's various other places, but if you're not trying to spend a ton on your product displays, those are some I recommend. Step number three is to start adding your product. So I always love to go for a full table. It irks me when I have a rep work a pop-up and I didn't sell enough inventory and their table looks empty, because it doesn't look enticing to a customer that's wanting to shop. So no one's drawn to a table that looks empty or looks like things are missing. So make sure you have a full table that's drawing customers in and really highlights your product and your brand. Some of my go-to tips to have a successful pop-up are: number one, get a POS system, which means point of sale, so that you can accept card and Apple Pay. So getting with the times is important, and you could lose a sale if you don't have Apple Pay, since sometimes customers might not have their card on them and Apple Pay is all they have, especially if they don't have Venmo. That being said, number two is put your Venmo QR code on your table, maybe in a cute little frame that you get at the dollar store or whatnot. Please consult with a tax expert before just accepting Venmo transactions, because starting in 2024, there's going to be new requirements for that. My third tip to having a successful pop-up is literally be inviting, not weird. I have done a ton of pop-ups, and let me tell you, some small business owners get really, really weird. I get that not everyone is an extrovert, but just smiling and saying hi or how's your day going is great. Here's the story. I was working a farmer's market, and the girl next to me sold soaps. They were organic, like essential oil-based soaps, which is great. She was already feeling stressed for the day. I could tell she had a lot on her plate. She was kind of opening up to me about some things in her life, and she was really letting that out on to the customers. She was begging them to smell her soaps, like, please smell my soaps, smell my soaps. She was getting to the point where she was like harassing them into her booth and like making them feel guilty to purchase her soaps, and forcing a sale. This is not a good experience for lasting brand impression, and you really just don't want that. I think more than anything, you want to build a connection with the person over forcing a sale, because they are going to remember you and the interaction they had with you over like getting home and being like, oh my gosh, now I have this like soap that I didn't even want, and like I never want to buy from that girl again. Tip number four is don't talk to other vendors about your earnings. So I was at a farmer's market that I had been to a handful of times, so I knew the steady flow of traffic. And one of the days it was particularly very low. I don't know if it was like a holiday weekend or what. It was just like a summer weekend, whatever. And so I say to the girl next to me, I'm like, dang, traffic's kind of low today. And she literally goes, oh, really? I made X amount of money. This is great. Don't share your earnings with other vendors. That's like very private, confidential information. It can make the other person feel very uncomfortable. And the thing is, it's all subject to the vendor's experience, right? Like I've done so many vendor shows that I know what like a good vendor show is. And for me, like that can look so much different than hers. So I didn't let that get me down by any means, but I just think it's a respect thing to respect like her financial confidentiality, and also like mine to like not share how much you make at these pop-ups. Tip number five is have something to put your customers' new purchase in. So they bought your product, woohoo, you made a sale, and now you need something to put their product in. So kind of brainstorm like what's a cheap, affordable, effective way that still leaves a good impression on your customer to put the product in. So I use little like drawstring bags that I just get on Amazon. In an ideal world, I'd go through a wholesale customer so that I can get an even cheaper value per unit, but you know, that's how it goes right now. Tip number 6 is invest in a logo sign so people know your brand. This is something I'm still not amazing at. I have my logo on every single piece of jewelry, but I honestly need to have like a banner or something. I have banners that connect to my like pop-up tent when we do an outside event. However, when we're inside, I don't really have a good logo. So honestly, do as I say, not as I do. I do need to put like a logo. You could put like your logo blown up in an 8.5 by 11 frame, which is a standard paper size, and that would look really nice, like elevated, maybe standing up on a little like bench on your display table. Tip number 7 is have a QR code for your social medias and where they can find you. A lot of people just assume that you are a pop-up vendor, you never have anything online, you don't have any socials, but if you have a pop in social media, you need to let people know that because they will be way more connected with your brand. So at your checkout table and a few places around your display, even if you have just one table, having like 1 or 2 little QR codes say follow us on social media and lead you to maybe a link tree with your different social medias, or to, I actually heard this the other day and I thought it was so good. They said make a page on your Shopify, if you have one, that's not linked in navigation and it has all of your different links, so that way it's not through Linktree, but it's already to your website, so you already got them there and you've already hooked them, and I thought that was so genius. Okay, tip number 8 is track your earnings and the pop-up information. So I have a master Google spreadsheet that tracks the event name, the event time, the event date, any info about the event that I maybe didn't know. Maybe did I have to bring my own table? Did I not? Like, were there any like specific things to that event? And then I also put my earnings for that event, the revenue, and that way I can track if it was a good or bad event. I mean, not every event is a win, and so just realizing not every pop-up you do is going to be a 10 out of 10, and so really going for the ones that are wins. That being said, even if a pop-up isn't good, that doesn't mean it's not worth it to do again. There's some where it was like, okay, it wasn't good, it wasn't bad, but also, you know, if I'm wanting a little bit more revenue for that month, maybe it's a worthy event to do the following year. And some events you need to do multiple times because there could be factors like weather or, you know, advertising issues that could lead to the event being a flop. Tip number 9 is walk with a pop-up before it gets started to collect inspiration from other vendors' displays. So I actually have reached out to some vendors that I love their displays. A lot of them are honestly artists, like, you know, paint artists, and they give me such good inspiration and ideas on how to better elevate my display. I'll send them photos of my display and be like, hey, can you give me any tips or ideas on how this could look better? And they've given me so many great ideas. So one was to get like more elevated pieces, which I've done, and I think that's helped so much. And another is you can get some seasonal pieces from the Target dollar section to kind of spice up your look. Okay, tip number 10 is have fun. Every pop-up is a great opportunity to grow in your experience and help your business form into what you want it to be. I truly believe in failing forward, and you don't know unless you try, so like, why not give it your all? And also, if you go to a pop-up and you have one sale, then I always try to bring stuff with me that like helps I can work on while the pop-up's going on. Like if it's a total flop, then I could at least like make some jewelry or package some jewelry or work on different social media stuff, not to be unpresent at the event, but at least I'm getting stuff done while the event is going. So just have fun, enjoy it. Hopefully you make some money, and if anything, it's just a great experience. Okay, so this is currently the chaos of the table, but it actually is coming together really well. I usually don't use this many props, but I just feel like it helps elevate the whole look. So here it is. Dun, dun, dun. So these are from Target dollar section. So those are always something that look good to look at. And then these guys were from Amazon, super cheap. I use them for my rep program because I had to buy so many of them, so I want them to be super affordable, and they collapse, which is super nice. And then a sweet Lila, some worker girl here, she helped me put these up. Okay, I didn't record anything of us packing up, but okay, so I didn't even know this. In the email they said the brigade girls are gonna help like unload and load your car and stuff, and I was like, okay, I don't know what that is, but I didn't realize the whole pop-up was to help fundraise money for the dance team, which is so fun. And so these girls were walking around the entire time. It was from 9 to 4 p.m. like asking, can I get you water? Can I get you food? Like anything. And then they helped me pack up and bring everything in to my car, which was so helpful, especially after like such a long event. It's 4:15 and I am fully packed up, about to head home, which is so sick. So very thankful. Something I'm really thankful I have is this wagon, which you can see the wheels right here. It was $125 on Amazon. And we just throw everything in. It fits my table, my 6-foot folding table, everything. It has like really big wheels so I can go over large bumps and stuff, and it's amazing. So very, very thankful I did this event. It's always kind of risky doing a new event. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out this lighting. There we go. Because you don't know like how is it gonna go, especially with such a long event. Like, is it worth my time? But I'm very thankful I did it. The girls were so sweet. And let's talk about the coolest part of the event. Okay, first off, wearing my Glory to You, O Lord crew neck. So the coolest part of the event, the whole event, was that I did a test run of my manufactured, custom designed hippie dude jewelry. Okay, no wonder I'm literally so hot. I had the heat on. Okay, anyways. So I got my manufactured jewelry in the other day and I was like, well, this would be a great event to test run at because it's a Catholic market and just see how it goes. And I sold a ton of my manufactured pieces and it was so rewarding just seeing people be like, oh my gosh, those are beautiful. And just being like, wow, I designed those and like I got to like pick every piece of that. And yes, I designed the ones that I hand make, but I don't get to like design the charm and stuff. And so this was really rewarding because I got to just show like them like, hey, like I custom design this piece and it's like reflecting this piece of the Catholic faith and this piece of the Catholic Church, and people were like, oh my gosh, these are beautiful. And so I don't know, it was just so rewarding. And also it's like a way different price range that I'm in normally. Like the manufactured pieces are all gold filled, super high quality. It's the same manufacturer as Kendra Scott, Nikki Smith, all the big dogs in jewelry. And so they are super, super nice quality, will not tarnish. And so it was really rewarding being able to sell at a higher price point, and just see the fruits of that. And I'm just like, thank you, Jesus, this is dope. So anyways, I'm feeling really filled up. Also, Live Love Texas, it's December 9th today and it's literally 70 degrees out and I am here for it. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, a little behind the scenes of how to set up, I guess, a pop-up, not so much tear down, and some afterthoughts. But anyways, I'll see you next Thursday.